What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in today's video, we're talking about the Japanese website for the 6th anniversary. So the 6th anniversary, as this gold panel, pretty sure this is what it means, that the 6th anniversary will be coming in 75 days. But obviously before that, in those 75 days, there's going to be a lot of content that's going to be coming, as we did mention in the video a couple of days ago when I first talked about the new Shanks and the new Arlong character that was going to be arriving. The fact that, you know, they're going to be segmenting the next couple of events into separate arcs. So they're going to have, like, from East Blue Saga to Alabasta, Alabasta to 3-Day 2-Year. 3-Day 2-Year itself will be its own event, and then there's going to be the whole New World as the last event, and then they're going to move into the anniversary celebration. So there's lots to look forward to, and this website will be continuously updated as time goes on. So, you know, if crazy news gets announced, we probably will be returning here to make another video about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break it down. So obviously they're going through all the new artworks of the major characters that are coming out. This one with the Straw Hats is very, very interesting. Can I actually grab that artwork? I think it's moving artwork. Maybe I can't. I could probably grab it later on. Either way, yeah, that Straw Hat artwork looks really good. This will be a free-to-play event. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get your hands on them. Looks really, really cool. I assume it's going to be the same style of units as Shanks and the Arlong Pirates, where it's like a dual unit sort of thing. So really looking forward to that one. So let's go ahead and scroll down and have a look. This is obviously just talking about, you know, the 6th anniversary is going to be happening on the 12th of May. Now, they are hyping this up way in advance. So I assume that this 6th anniversary is going to be literally insane. I literally can't wait until they announce some of this stuff, dude. It's going to be crazy. There are some buttons here that give you some links to certain parts of the website. And there is an additional website. We will check that out now, actually, because there isn't really much to talk about. But this is relating to the update for version 10.0. Currently, Japan's on 9.6. So this is going to be the new version update that will come around with the anniversary, of course. Now, they haven't revealed everything. They're only revealing small segments at a time for this new update. So this is the first part of the new update. This first part just mentions that it's going to be easier to identify, or easier to locate and navigate to certain story islands. So I assume because, you know, the whole event period is based around, you know, certain time periods in the One Piece story, I assume that it's going to be, you know, focused heavy on the story mode of the game, which I think is a good idea, right? Because, you know, whenever new content comes out, it's always relating to Extra Island. It's always relating to Kizuna or Treasure Map. Story mode literally, like, it hasn't been touched in a very, very long time. The last big update to story mode was literally the story missions, and they got taken away anyway. So I assume at this point, you know, they need to try and do something to story mode, and I think that this is a pretty good idea to go ahead about it, because they're adding something new here. Now, this is pretty interesting because it basically, what they're doing is on each of these story modes, they are going to be adding like a challenge difficulty to the story modes. And I assume that you would be able to get some pretty good rewards from Chopper Man with some rainbow gems and perhaps some other like limit break keys or tablets or something. Now, at this point in time, we don't know how difficult they're going to be, but it's just interesting to note that these missions down the line will be getting, like, challenge difficulties. And, you know, even story mode right now, some of the latest story mode missions are extremely difficult to get through, especially for newer players. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be doing to try and revamp story mode in some way. But other than that, that's literally the only piece of information that we have for story mode and just for the new update in general. So, as I said, when new updates come out, we'll have to return here, because I assume that these updates are going to be kind of crazy, because it's version 10.0 for the anniversary. Something big surely is going to be coming. So that's the only piece of information that we have relating to version 10.0. But as we scroll down, these tabs right here. So this is the tab relating to right now, which is the stuff ranging from East Blue to Alabasta. Coming soon will be from Alabasta to 3-Day 2-Year. Now, you got to remember, I think this is going to be the most exciting one. This is the one I'm most excited for, right? Because you have so many good arcs during that period. You've got Skype here, you've got Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby, you have Thriller Bark, Marineford, Impel Down, and that's all in this tab. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to be doing. I think that it would be a pretty good opportunity to release the Super Evolution of Quick Whitebeard during that period as well, during the Marineford stuff near the end of that event period. Because, you know, Global and Korea already have it, JP don't have it yet. I think that would make sense if they release it during this period here. And then this third tab, as you can see here, is the 3-Day 2-Year. I don't really know what they could do here. Potentially, what if they release, like, maybe they could be free-to-play characters, but maybe they could be legends. What if they're, like, dual units of, like, Master and Student, where, like, Luffy, Rayleigh, Zoro, Mihawk, Sanji, Ivankov, like, stuff like that would be really, really cool. Who else would there be? Usopp and Heracles, like, some cool dual units like that. That would be pretty interesting in their 3-day 2-year outfits. Dude, I would love that. So I hope they do something like that for 3-day 2-year. And then the last tab is just everything in the new world. So you've got stuff with Fishman Island, Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Zoe, Whole Cake, and Wano, I would assume as well. So let's scroll down and have a look. So this is the current one from East Blue to Alabasta. The first event period is this Buggy Island. He is a free-to-play unit, actually. He's actually pretty good. He is a dupe dropping captain as a free-to-play unit. And his captain ability for a dupe dropping captain is actually good. He's like, when you fuse into his dual form, because it's the Buggy Pirates, with Kabaji and Moji as well. So when you fuse into their dual form, they're like a 3.25 captain to himself, and then the rest of the crew gets like 3 times attack or something. He's actually not bad. Special ability's not too bad either. He does like fixed damage to all enemies. He removes damage immunity by 2 turns as well. And he does some pretty nice orb manipulation. So this is a pretty good free-to-play character to farm up. The next event mentions about a skillbook island, so quite obvious. You can see you can farm skillbooks for the new Arlong and likely the Don Krieg and Gin as well. So this is going to be for the new batch that's currently available today. The new Sugo Fest is available today to summon for the Arlong or the Shanks, depending on where you want to go. And that's going to be available today on the 27th at news time. So yeah, it is literally available right now, and it's going to be here for a very long time, for an entire month. Okay, fair enough. And the next event is going to be... This is Escape from Logtown, and this is where you're going to get your hands on this Straw Hat Pirates character. I assume it's going to be, again, like these other characters that have been releasing the whole crew units. I assume they're going to be doing that here. So I'm interested to see what these characters' abilities are going to be like. I would hope that they're going to be pretty good, so we'll wait and see. But I expect this character to be pretty interesting. And then... the treasure map. Now, a lot of people pointed this out in my video the other day about it, that it literally said treasure map VV was going to be the new treasure map unit. I totally just, went past that. But here we go. We have actual artwork for treasure map VV. So this, I assume, would be the evolved artwork, which doesn't look as dynamic as I thought it would be. I would think that this is its unevolved artwork, but even if it is the evolved artwork, it's fine. I hope treasure map VV is really good, obviously in her Alabasta artwork, considering this is from East Blue to Alabasta. But does this mean we might get a new Crocodile? I really hope so, because Crocodile, he definitely needs a V2 legend at some point, because, I mean, Mihawk got a V2 legend, like, Crocodile needs one for sure. So hopefully that happens. I don't know if that will, but that really needs to happen. So scrolling down, this is just talking about the Sugo Fest once again. I would guess that if there are any other banners that get released throughout this period of East Blue to Alabasta, that they're going to introduce another banner right here that you could scroll through and have a look at. This ends on the 7th of March, so I would expect something big to probably happen after that period. I think that, with this whole celebration, the fact that they're going through the whole One Piece story, I expect there to be quite a few legends to be releasing before the actual anniversary. And it will be interesting, right? Especially if they're already releasing characters this good, what are the characters that release on the 12th of May, being the anniversary date? What are they going to be like? Right, I don't even know what to expect at this point, especially when they just drop stuff like this. Absolutely insane. So let's scroll down and have a look at this. So this is relating to just, I guess, stuff that you can do. So this is just talking about all the new characters that are coming out. This is some farmable islands. So yeah, you can get up to 5 rainbow gems and 30 secret books, which I assume are just almighty manuals or tomes maybe. This is a free multi-pull. We can actually go ahead and do the free multi. I will be doing that in this video as well, so stay tuned for that. And then this one is a login streak, so you can get a free rare recruit pull, and then you get an additional 9 rainbow gems, which is good. Then you've got, okay, so this is, yeah, login every day throughout a certain event period, and you can get an additional 50 rainbow gems, and you get this item which gives you some EXP, which is fine. And then the last one is, that's treasure map, and like clashes and fortnights and stuff like that. So half stamina, there you go, half stamina for these certain islands. So make sure to go ahead and do that if you have to farm these up, if you do have a Japan account. So now this is something that I really wanted to have a look at. So this is the history of One Piece Treasure Cruise. So let's go ahead and go through this and see what this is all about. So literally the 12th of May of 2014 was when it released in Japan, which is so cool. And then how much long after? 2 months later was the release of the first Clash, which was Mihawk. And the first legend was on the 1st of September. There you go. So I guess that kind of makes sense then, because every September there's always like an amazing legend, and that's actually the legend that typically is Global's anniversary legend, and that always typically happens in September. So they really keep it in line with, you know, the first legend release being Whitebeard, and then they go every year from that is going to be a very, 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 very good Sugo Fest. And then moving on to 2015. So yeah, really not much happened in 2014 at all. So 2015, this is that 10 million downloads? It might be. This is, oh, I remember this. This was like a special edition character that you could get. I think it was, yeah, it was something to do with a conference, yeah, and there was something, you could get this character somehow in your game. I can't remember how you could get it, but if you have this on your Japan account, that's like insane, because like this is a very, very rare character that's not available anymore. I don't know what this is about. This is, this was the April Fool's raid with Soga King and Fat Usopp, so that was pretty interesting. So this was the first anniversary Sugo Fest, bringing along the voiced character Log Luffy, the absolute GOAT. Unfortunately, doesn't have his Super Evolution yet. Potentially might get a Super Evolution with this celebration. This would be a perfect opportunity to do so. Really looking forward to that. Version 4.0, the introduction of sockets, probably one of the best updates Treasure Cruise has ever had. I remember when this came out. You know, whenever they introduce these new features, it's always really hard at the beginning to actually max these specific abilities out. But obviously, as time goes on, sockets are so readily available, it's not really a big deal anymore. So I don't know what these mean. I wish I knew what these were. The version 5. So this was with the Colosseum, another very big update. Colosseum was huge. Moving on to 2016, we have the Imposter Straw Hats, right? The second anniversary. So this introduced. This was this Time Skip Luffy? It might have been. It's weird that they're not... Where are the banners at? It would have been cool if they just had, like, the banners for the actual Sugo Fest and stuff. Version 6, which was Sailor abilities. Yeah, these were very, very big as well. That was on 2016, the 21st of July. Interesting. Oh, this was the Film Gold collaboration. Yeah, with Raid Boss Tesoro. And the Save Ace event. Yeah, the Save Ace event. I remember, yeah, the Save Ace event even on Global. I remember that was quite big for us. The 50 million download campaign as well on the 2016, the 3rd of October. September, October? Yeah, October, yeah. Version 7, which was Super Evolution. Yeah, this was, again, another great update. Unfortunately, some of the Super Evolutions that they released, they're hit or miss, right? Some of them are just insanely overpowered, but a lot of the earlier ones, unfortunately, didn't really get a good Super Evolution. I would love some of them to get rehashed sometime in the future. Honestly, one feature that I would have loved is, you know, you've got, like, let's say version 1 Whitebeard. He super evolves into his 6+ form. What I would like is regular Whitebeard to get, like, a branched Super Evolution. So if you just pull him again, you can super evolve him into a new color, potentially, and he has new abilities. Like, just keep giving these characters Super Evolutions, but for different typings or something like that. I think that would be a fantastic idea, just to keep it a little bit more fresh. And, you know, it means that, you know, if you do pull dupes to the character, it is nice to have additional copies, so that you can have, you know, multiples of the different unit depending on what Super Evolution you want to go into. That would be a fantastic idea moving forward. Don't really know if they want to go ahead and do that, but that would be something that I would like them to do. Scrolling down a bit further, 2017, we have, oh, I remember this. This was an April Fool's event, that's right. April Fool's event with, like a new training forest, which was very easy, and the introduction of Legend Usopp and debuting with his Super Evolution, which was interesting. So yeah, the 3rd year anniversary, which was Legend Sanji's release with the Super Evolution of Time Skip Luffy into Gear 4, which was very big because, you know, Gear 4, the first Gear 4 in Treasure Cruise, a lot of people were excited about that. He was guaranteed on that Sugo as well. Unfortunately, Global's 5th anniversary didn't have any guaranteed unit, which was interesting. Anyways, the first Blitz Battle, 70 million downloads worldwide. The Straw Hat Blitz Battle, and 7.4, which was Limit Break. Yeah, this was around the time of Legend Lucy, I remember. Yeah, this was right before Legend Lucy, and here he is. This was the 3rd or 4th anniversary? 4th anniversary? Yeah, 4th, 3rd? No. So on JP, this was not an anniversary unit. Yeah, this was, again, the September Legend. As I said, the Legend that releases in September typically is our anniversary Legend. That wasn't actually the case for... So yeah, Legend Lucy was our global 3-year anniversary, which was still, that was a good Sugo for us. But yeah, this was a big, big celebration for JP. Version 8.0 with the introduction of Treasure Map, that's right, yeah, because right after Lucy was the first Treasure Map against Mihawk. 2018, we have version 8.2 with the introduction of dual units. One of the best updates again. Dual units are so much fun. I'm glad that these characters are in the game. They're just insanely powerful. Again, another April Fool's raid. Everyone saw this banner and was like, oh, yo, that looks sick. You know, the Gear 4 looks absolutely awesome. You know what? That Gear 4 Luffy artwork looks absolutely insane. I would love for that to be a unit at some point. But then we got this. Oh man, it is what it is. So that was again April Fool's raid. The V2 Akainu, yeah, V2 Kuzan, yeah, that was also a big event. And the 4th year anniversary with Gear 4 Luffy and Nami, very big. Big Mum event, this was August moving into September. This was our 4th year anniversary Sugo Fest on Global. The World Clash. Everyone remembers the World Clash. Unfortunately, they haven't done so, you know, yeah, after the enthusiasts have added the Japanese version as one. Hey, you don't need to rub it in our faces, bro. You don't need to rub it in our faces, but, everyone remembers this. This was good fun. Unfortunately, it was just the fact that, you know, JP were just so far superior and they had more hardcore players, which they just dominated Global. Next was... I don't remember what this was. Is this some sort of download? Yeah, this is 100 million downloads or something? It might have been. I don't remember exactly what that was about. Version 9.0 was support ability, so now we're into more recent territories here. Campaign to win 1,000 Rainbow Gems. Yeah, live broadcast. Yeah, this was a live stream. I do remember this one. And then we had the Luffy and Katakuri event introducing Snake Man Super Evolution with V2 Katakuri. Then we moved on to... Oh, this was the Usopp Sugo Fest. Global never got this one. But basically, I think every single multi was like 10 Rainbow Gems or something. It was something like that. I can't remember how many Rainbow Gems it was, but you could only pull Usopp units. So that means if you got a red, you were guaranteed to get Legend Usopp. It was pretty weird, but anyways, that was just a really odd one for April Fools. Very weird. 9.2 with Kizuna, and then Luffy Law Sugo Fest, which was also very big for their anniversary. Very big Sugo Fest. We have the Summer Waifus. Everyone loves those. The Stampede collaboration was fantastic as well. Legend Kaido currently just arrived on Global, so we all know how good this is. So now moving forward, the Yonko Blitz battle, which was not that far after, so I would expect this to be coming relatively soon to Global. A lot of people are predicting this to be our Part 3 celebration. I still don't think it will be, but, you know, leave it up to you guys. Next, we have the Wapple Christmas event. So this was the introduction of Legend Chopper, which is not here, but Legend Chopper did release with Wapple. So that was... Not a lot of people really like that event. Also, we have the Wano celebration, which was cool because that introduced V2 Nami Komurasaki Sugo Fest, and then moving forward, the Luffy and Zoro dual unit with Sober Mask. And now moving on to 2020, they introduced another Wano event, of course, because that was, you know, working in with this Sugo Fest. And then the dual waifus with Nami Robin and Legend Pudding. This was the current Blitz battle that just ended on JP as of today, and then to be continued. So I like that, the to be continued right at the end. Proof of Adventure, I don't know what this is. I didn't get this one translated, but... As I said, you know, there's more events coming soon. We need to wait and see what it's going to be all about. So that's all we really know at this point. I guess to end off this video, let's go ahead and do the free multi, I suppose. Let's pull up this. I'm not really going to make it too professional, but we have a free multi, of course. If we get a red, that would be hype. Not really expecting too much. This account does have a couple of decent reds on it, so... you know, obviously, the more the merrier. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I mean, it's a free multi-pull. Can't really expect much. I guess a secret red would be pretty cool. But I'm not really expecting much, really. Every time I do one of these Sugo Fest pulls on JP, where I just randomly record, like, a free multi whenever they give it out, I always get trash from it on JP. Always get trash from it. So, look, I'm not really expecting much. I mean, some newer rare recruits would be nice. Kanjuro's a little old. Anything else? Caesar Clown. Stampede Zoro was pretty good. And the last unit is a gold, which is going to be... Bavra. Okay, so that wasn't too great. But anyways, that's going to end this video today, guys. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think. Are you guys really excited for this anniversary? Because I'm really excited to see what JP is going to be doing. And also, I suppose we could just do this real quick. There was like a little note which gives us like... Just a little notepad just saying, pretty sure it's like a thank you, or just saying like, yo, the 6th anniversary is at this time period, so look out for it. But dude, I'm so looking forward to seeing what this website has in store, especially with the new version update, and also with future legends that potentially could be released. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.